we've actually been working on this house. It's a home in Hillcrest we've been working on for a couple, 3 weeks. So we've been waiting for some furniture to get reupholstered that was special to her, and we finally got that back. So we've already done the living room, we've already worked on her little study, we've also worked on her master bedroom. So today we're actually gonna focus on the lounge. But moreover, we're gonna kind of finish out the rest of the house. So I've been playing with a lot of things that she's had in her storage and just kind of using bits and pieces of things. So I'm probably gonna do a lot of that, mixing from taking some stuff that I put in the living room into the lounge, because there's this particular client has a father who has passed away, and she has a lot of his memorable items here, so a lot of his collectibles. So we're going to actually take and intertwine those in with some of the decor that's happening in the house. So that's what our goal is today, is to kind of complete this project. I feel sorry for who has to come in here and do all that.
Why is there dust all over the place?
Because I had closets rebuilt for her, and the subcontractors did not close up the room, and it got sawdust everywhere. So we're working on that. They've been very polite. They're doing everything they can in order to make it right for us. But it's a very sensitive subject for me, is that when people work in a house and they're working in a specific space, they have to close that space up, especially if there's dust involved. Otherwise, I have to have the whole entire house cleaned up, and it could cost hundreds of dollars. And not only that, but it takes about 10 years from my life, and that really makes me mad. This chandelier, first of all, this little house in Hillcrest, or excuse me, in the Heights area of Little Rock, Arkansas, these are just a bungalow, and this whole entire area was, at one point, these houses were everywhere in here. And so now they're kind of all being mowed down, and there's not very many left in the neighborhood that's like this. So this is kind of a little jewel nestled into a bunch of big monster houses. But either way, the property is worth a ton of money. So anyway, so this is probably an original chandelier to the house. We're gonna actually take the chandelier and put it into our closet, which used to be probably a nursery or some sort of study off the master bedroom. But these little houses have small little closets. So what I'll show you when it's all said and done is we actually just took the nursery and turned it into a master closet, which is just right off the master bedroom. So I'm gonna actually put this, after we clean it, because it's dirty, into the closet. So, and then we have a more modern type chandelier that's gonna come here from their downtown condo apartment, which is in downtown Little Rock. Thank you, and have a nice day. Okay, thanks. Bye. LED bulbs. At first I was kicking and screaming that I did not want to go over from regular, whatever those bulbs are called, because I don't even know what they are now, LED bulbs, but now they've become so sophisticated that I love them. So LED bulbs definitely have done their thing to make a great appearance in our life. We had a piece of this coming in right now. We had a piece of charcoal glass cut for the top of this. This is another one of her father's pieces that, oh, shades. Oh, sorry. I was like, whoa. Okay, so we're just having a piece of glass cut for it because I kind of want to keep it in its original state, which is just very meaningful for her. So to kind of have the things like they were from her father. So all we're doing is we're putting a piece of protective glass on top of it that'll cover up some of the markings or the bad looks that's on top of it, and it'll also kind of give it that, you know, kind of 70s feel, which is kind of where the stuff is coming from. So that looks beautiful. Perfect. This is West Little Rock Glass. They do everything for me. They're awesome. They're my favorite people in the whole entire world.
Hey, appreciate that.
Exactly. Doesn't that look good? So much better. It's like a whole new piece. It's like it really just makes the difference.
So what are you trying to do with this room?
Okay, this is going to be, so her father was big time entertainer. So he loved cocktails, he loved fixing cocktails, he had a bar, he has all kinds of like slot machines in his lounge. So we're kind of recreating what I'm calling the Brooksy Lounge. So Brooks was his name, and we all called him Brooksy. That's who he was to us. So so that's what we're doing, is kind of recreating the lounge he had in his house before he passed away. So get emotional on that.
Just don't give you a break. The slot machine and move everything back around, and he wants the table out of the U-Haul that we just put in there back in here because he figured out a place he could use it.
That's right. Right. Let's take 6 and we might do a 7. Okay, so man, I love that, but that really needs to be on this wall. Beginning to think that this is a weird room to decorate.
What do you mean, Larry?
I'll live on that side. Okay, now I'm loving this lounge. Now it's looking like it should look. And I'm going to have to tell you, I kind of like that light fixture there. I might have to tell her we might need to keep it. And just put her fancy chandelier in her bedroom.
Do you have any suggestions for people who are hanging stuff in plaster?
Yes.
Since all of these houses
That's right.
around
Exactly.
here.
He hit the nail on the head. Pre-drill. It's just, you know, basically it's like you just take a little small, all you need is just a little bitty small drill bit, whatever size, what size? 16, 18, 8, whatever it is.
It's a little bit smaller than whatever screw you're going to be using.
Right, and you know, as long as you got just, you can just drill it, you can literally take, I've actually taken a long skinny nail and driven a nail in there and used that. That's totally sufficient as well. And then once you do that, then all of a sudden the screw will grab a hold and it won't break up the plaster, because what happens is plaster over time just turns into just mush and gravel. So basically if you hammer it really hard, it just breaks and shatters all over the place inside the wall. So, because it's not a hard form, unlike sheetrock. the afternoon working in this lounge for a client that's specifically important to the client because there's a lot of things in here that were her father's, which was very important. In his house, which he absolutely was a friend of mine for decades, and I'm also familiar with how he lived and how he socialized, and he was a big social person. And so a lot of his things that are in here are very special to the client, so she's gonna be very happy to see what we've done in here. So we are through with the space, and I hope that you enjoyed. I've been wanting one of those blower things that she's getting anyway forever, because have you ever used one of those to blow out your car? Oh my God, they're perfect. Like when your car, because your car's probably spotless on the inside, isn't it? Mine is not. It looks like that. Everybody from McDonald's that's eaten there since 1976 has lived in there and has eaten in there. That's what my car looks like. I don't know how you're going to put that in there, but this is so